The place where land and water meets is riddled with enigmatic mysteries, devastating encounters, outrageous incidents, and shocking finds. Hang on to find some of the most amazing beach moments from all around the world that are beyond belief. Surfer attacked by shark. The next moment that I'm about to show you is both shocking and scary. Imagine you're swimming near a shore and you see a shark approaching you. Freaky, right? This is what happened to Mick Fanning, an Australian surfer who came to Johannesburg, South Africa in July 2015 for a surfing competition. He was attacked by the shark. He tried his best to stay away, but after the attack, he said that the more he tried to back off, the more he was going into the water. Fanning added that after a while, when the shark went away, he started swimming and the rescue team saved him. Crocodile Fury. One advantage that crocodiles have over many animals is their ability to live underwater and on land. These reptiles are ferocious and won't forgive anyone who stands in their way. Look at how these thousands of crocodiles are hanging out on a beach. It feels like they're all just here to soak in some sun. In truth, crocodiles don't live on beaches or oceans, but in rivers, so the strange sighting of so many crocs raiding the beach creeped out everyone. And still, the mystery is yet to be solved. The Loch Ness Monster. We've heard stories of the Loch Ness Monster and its terror. While some say it exists, others consider it to be a joke. The creature related to the Loch Ness Monster was caught on camera. An alligator? A whale? Or truly the Loch Ness Monster? In January 2023, a family was enjoying their time on a boat near the coast of southeastern North Carolina. After coming back, they saw a creature that looked like this. It is reported that the creature was over 5 feet long and was definitely not an alligator or a whale. I mean, just look at its elongated gray body and tail. Bull on the beach. Beaches are where people go to enjoy themselves. But what happens when a beach becomes dangerous? A video of a bull was made when it was released on a beach. This was all part of a big Spanish game. The bull was so angry that he wanted to tear everything up in his path. But it looks as if the people were enjoying this moment. This could be dangerous for them. The bull is rushing to attack someone. And here you can see the bull trying to attack a man, but the man jumps into the water, and the bull, along with the man, falls in it. Suckermouth catfish. Have you ever seen someone revived from death? What we're about to tell you is unbelievable. Plecostomus suckermouth catfish can come to life when water is poured on it. A fisherman in Southeast Asia saw a bunch of these fish outside the water. He thought of taking them with him, but when water from his bottle fell on the fish, they showed some movement. At this time, the man took out his phone and recorded this incredible incident. But how cool is it that the fish can get literally resurrected if you pour water on them? A humpback rescue. An enormous humpback whale decided to pay a visit to the beach in Argentina. It was so badly beached that even after some huge wave came its way, the whale couldn't seem to move at all. Rescuers rushed to the beach to help out the poor animal, but all in vain, as it was quite heavy. About 30 people worked for approximately 28 hours to return the whale to the water in the resort town of Mar del Tuyú, south of Buenos Aires. The whale was extremely exhausted and was getting weaker with every hour. When nothing worked, they called a heavy crane to help pick up the whale. It went successfully, and after that, they attached a harness to the giant animal and used a tugboat to drag it to a safe point. Goliath grouper. Look at this gigantic Goliath grouper. The beast was found expired. It was quite shocking to witness something like that. It was impossible to lift it up, so the fishermen on the scene had to use a crane to move it from the shore onto the sandy beach. It was said that the Goliath met its untimely demise due to water being poisoned by algae. The poor 700-pound fish was as hard as a rock. Invasion of red crabs. Red crabs migrate every year to reef islands in Australia. This is a massive migration every year, where millions of crabs are known to migrate. The migration is led by the males. The island becomes full of the crabs and looks as though the whole island has a red surface. But the shocking thing is that many of them lose their lives as well. People cleared out the beach by throwing away the crabs. Some even collected them for dinner. Jelly blobs. These mysterious jelly blobs were seen everywhere spread on the beach. This footage is from 2018 that was captured on an Indian beach where these bizarre blobs first appeared. The locals who visited the beach started touching it, and after the first harmless touch, they started playing with them. What they didn't know was that this huge gelatinous mass was indeed a jellyfish, and if a person accidentally touches their stinger, they can deliver an excruciating amount of pain in the affected area. Some of them are even poisonous. So if any of you love your life, don't ever try to go near a beached jellyfish. Orca stuck. In December 2021, an orca was found stuck on land on San Josef Bay Beach, British Columbia, Canada. The orca looked helpless when the locals came for help. After thinking of ways to help it, they threw buckets full of water on it. The orca was barely breathing. Later, help came from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Using a large hose, they showered water on it. According to the experts, the orca was ejected out of the water when the tide kicked out. Chasing hippo. In May 2021, a giant hippo was caught chasing a tourist boat in Lake Victoria, Kenya. The tourists were enjoying the evening when a massive hippo started chasing them. There were other hippos watching this incident who were not moving at all. Only one angry hippo decided to chase this boat. But because it was a motorboat, it was able to escape. The hippo was jumping and swimming in the water after it. Hundreds of dead whales. See these whales on the shore of the beach? They were estimated to be more than 130 whales that were seen beached in Western Australia. But what could have happened? There are two theories behind it. One theory is that there is a disease that spreads from whale to whale and hampers their ability to properly navigate through the water. In this way, they lose their signals and get beached. The other theory suggests that whales tend to come out of the water at the same time on long, shallow beaches. No matter which one is true, these poor whales had to face their fate. Sharks feed on a dead dolphin. Just look how this shark is circling around a dead dolphin. This video was made by people in the boat via a drone off the coast of California. This all happened just yards away from swimmers. It first made sure whether the dolphin was alive or not. And after knowing the dolphin was dead, the shark tore the creature apart. This was not a very wise step though, as soon the other shark buddies would come to claim their half for the lunch. Ship forest. Have you ever seen a floating forest? Well, you get to see one today. This is a 105-year-old ship that was once part of the American Navy. This ship served the nation at a young age, but now it's just a forest. You heard that right, folks. After being abandoned, the ship sailed to distant places unnoticed. Plants and animals started coming up to the ship, and after more than 100 years, plants got their roots right below at the end and eventually became trees. With these trees, animals and birds are living there, and it's now become a mini traveling forest. Alligator chasing a fisherman. An incident occurred on May 8, 2021 in the Everglades, Florida, USA, when a young man went fishing. He was trying to catch a fish when the man instead caught the attention of an alligator. The alligator looked in the mood for a fight. The man quickly pulled out the fishing rod and made a run for it. But for some reason, the alligator chased him out of the water and into the forest. The young man for once thought he could scare the beast, but sadly, he was wrong. He again made a run, but this time, he succeeded. Giant turtle. Have you ever seen a turtle this giant before? Have a look at this. The turtle was recorded on the beach after sunrise. This is the leatherback turtle, the largest known species of turtle in the world. Look at how the people are gathered around him in pure amazement. The poor giant tried to speed up his movement due to fear and eventually went inside the water. Next, we have footage of a leatherback turtle that got stuck in a swamp in North Sulawesi, Indonesia, when a group of locals came to help it. They managed to push the reptile from the swamp to the ocean, which was about 150 meters away from Oping Beach. White shark attacks inflatable boat. These men out of the ocean nearly had a heart attack when a great white approached their boat and tried to chomp it down. What makes this whole endeavor scarier is that they were on an inflatable boat. One hard chomp, and they were all goners. The attack took place off the coast of Mossel Bay in South Africa. Just look at how this shark is attacking the boat. Like the shark knows if it ruptures the boat, it's gonna have dinner for its entire family. Imagine the atrocity if the boat was ruptured. But instead of doing something useful to help themselves, these men thought of making a video clip. Woman dodges jet ski. People often go to beaches and ride jet skis. It's like racing a car in the water, and it amuses people. In 2021, a woman in Florida was visiting a beach with her friends and was going for a tour on a jet ski. Before she could start her jet ski and go into the ocean, another jet ski came from the front and went over her jet ski. The girl was lucky as she dodged the oncoming jet ski, or else she would have been seriously hurt. Maybe now she won't ride or go anywhere near a jet ski for a long time. Beach disappearing in Australia. This footage was recorded in 2005 with guys fishing nearby. These sinkholes appeared out on the beach every now and again along Inskip Beach, near where the ferries cross between Inskip Point and Fraser Island. They are caused by whirlpools that are generated in the deep passage every few years. The whirlpools sometimes make it to shore and undermine the beach. Eventually, the weight of the sand becomes too great to support itself, and it collapses in a matter of minutes, and has the potential to take with it anyone standing there. By the windsailer. What do you think this is? A jellyfish? No, it's not a jellyfish. This incredibly strange and beautiful species is known as a by-the-wind sailor. They are similar to the Portuguese man-o'-war, as they're made up of a colony of tiny individual animals. This is a mass stranding in Humboldt. Seeing so many of them on the beach made the visitors curious, and they attempted to touch them. Rest assured, they're not poisonous, but they can sting. They are at the mercy of the winds, and so are usually found washed up in their hundreds, or sometimes even thousands, after stormy winter weather. Beware if you see them on the shore. Translucent cucumber. This video of pyrosomes was seen on the internet and is from an Oregon beach. These translucent-looking cucumbers are not harmful to humans. You can see how many of them are on the beach. Pyrosomes are free-floating colonial tunicates that usually live in the upper layers of the open ocean in warm seas, although some may be found at greater depths. They can grow up to 18 meters long, made up of hundreds to thousands of individuals. Although, their presence on a beach like this even baffles marine biologists. Sea lion chasing penguin. This video was recorded on Boulders Beach on the Cape Peninsula in Simonstown, South Africa. Here, the penguins can be seen running on the beach from a sea lion. Many people found it unusual that a sea lion was chasing the penguins. It may seem like it's having fun with them, but sea lions actually prey on them extensively. Although most sea lions are largely dependent on fish and smaller marine vertebrates, many of them have been recorded preying on penguins. Wrecked ship. This wrecked shipwreck was discovered hundreds of years later by Hurricane Nicole in Daytona Beach shores in December 2022. It began emerging after two storms of Hurricane Ian and Hurricane Nicole, which revealed the remains of this 19th century shipping vessel. Archaeologists believe it's from the late 1800s and was likely a merchant ship. This ancient ship needs to be studied more for appropriate answers. Archaeologists took 22 samples of the wood, and they hope further analysis will reveal even more about the ship. And no, it wasn't removed from the beach, as this would have required intensive labor and would have proven to be quite costly. For now, it will stay in its final resting place under the beach, where it's well protected by the sand. This picture is of Bondi Beach, Australia, where you can see huge tentacles squirming on the beach, and people with hazmat suits are all around it, assessing the situation. It seems as if the beach has transformed into the Upside Down. Well, it's true, but don't sweat it, as it's nothing more than a promotional campaign for the hit Netflix series Stranger Things 4th season. Honestly, from what I know about Australian wildlife, one could just assume that it would just be another deadly critter that showed up on one of their beaches. Destruction caused by ice tsunami. This video was recorded on the shores of Lake Erie in northern New York State in 2019. There was a huge ice tsunami that covered the beach and came onto the road. It interrupted the residents' daily activities so much that all the roads got blocked with huge blocks of ice scattered around everywhere. The ice blocks kept on coming and even damaged one of the barriers. The cause was unknown, but the tsunami settled after an hour. And this other one is from the Amur River, Khabarovsk, Russia, where huge blocks of ice came ashore near the cliff on the city embankment. Giant ocean sunfish. We've seen giant fishes that haunt the oceans, but wait till you see this one. A team of scientists in Portugal declared this to be the world's biggest bony fish ever found. The beast was found dead, floating in the waters of Azores Faial Island by a fisherman. It measured over 3.2 meters long, 2.9 meters wide, and weighed several tons. But do you know why this gigantic fish is called a sunfish? Well, it's believed to come at the water's surface for a sunbath, hence the name was given. Skeleton Beach, Namibia. The Skeleton Beach of Namibia is a land considered to be of great mystery. People call it dangerous because many lives were lost on this land. Even people who were on their boats and ships faced tragedies due to the thick and dense fog surrounding the shore. The ones that survived and came to land were starved to death due to its harsh climate. Many animal skeletons and fossils have been dug out there. And if you ever think of traveling there, think again, because this place is spooky. Bluefin Tuna caught. In an unknown location in 2015, a girl caught this huge bluefin tuna. The fish was not easy to catch, but she managed to pull through. The girl struggled a lot even after pulling the tuna out of the water, but she finally put the fish in her boat. But due to its massive size, the entire boat felt a huge jerk. But the girl finally got to celebrate her victory. Stingray pulled from the water. In July 2019, 2 fishermen pulled a stingray out from the water and were happy with their stunt on Adelaide Beach in Semaphore, Australia. But after the spectators saw them doing this, all of them began pressuring the fishermen to release it. A woman persistently told them to put the stingray back into the water, but the fishermen kept ignoring her. After a few seconds, the children started shouting, "Put it back!" Now the mob started discussing this with each other when the video recorder showed his face and was enjoying that moment. After a short protest, a wise man came out of the ground and pushed the stingray back into the water. Hammerhead shark saved. In April 2017, a hammerhead shark came to shore in agony on Cocoa Beach, Brevard County, Florida. 2 courageous brothers rushed to assist the shark. After stabilizing it, they discovered what was causing the pain. It had 2 hooks near its mouth. After the brothers removed the hooks, it was time to let the shark leave. One of them did not let the shark swim toward the onlookers and dragged it into the water, saving the shark and the people. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos.